this animal? Yes, it is a mouse. And what about this one? That's a dog. Okay, so I have listed all the names over here. You can see all the animals which you can see in the picture, and I have named them over here. Now the question is this, which is on the dog. Who has got my ears? If you notice, अगर आप हर animal को अच्छे से notice करोगे, सबके different ears हैं, don't you think? Does the ear match to the animal? No, if you can see the ears, the texture of the ears, the way they look is totally different from the animal itself. So who is going to tell me that who has got my ears? So the animals are asking, किसके पास है मेरे कान? So anybody who would like to answer that? So let's start. The dog. Can you see this dog? I have written the name over here. Let's start with dog. So the ears on the dog are of which animal's ears are these? So out of these, what do you think? किसके ears इसके पास हैं? See, the ears look different. They are white, whereas the dog is a bit spotted. It's in brownish color and it has spots everywhere in brown, and the ears are looking a bit different on the dog. And have you ever seen a dog with such kind of ears? They have really short ears and the fluffy ones. Very small ears they have, but we can find very different ears on this dog. So the ears are in white. So what animal do they match? If you can see very closely, the ears are in white and such ears are of the rabbits. See, the rabbit sitting here is in white and the ears are also in white and they have a bit of pink tint on them. So if you fix them, they're going to fix properly. I mean, these are the ears of a rabbit because a rabbit only has such ears. You cannot find these ears on a giraffe. You cannot find these ears on the mouse. So these are the ears of the rabbit. So in front of dog, I'm going to write rabbit. Okay, because we need to match it. Let's move on to the next one. Buffalo. Now let's figure out what ears does the buffalo have. Can you see it over here? Look at them, the brown ones. Do they match the buffalo's skin color? No, not at all. So the brown ears would be of an animal in brown. What animal is in brown? Yes, it's the deer. So the deer has these small ears on both the sides. So we are going to write there deer. Let's move on to the next one. Elephant. Now elephant can be spotted easily. It's the huge one. This is the elephant. Have you ever seen such tiny ears on a massive elephant? The elephant is itself very large, and of course the elephant must be having large ears as well. Can you imagine an elephant like that with such small ears? No, we cannot. We've always seen elephants with large ears. They flicker their ears, they move their ears, and you can see them properly, largely. So since the ears are really tiny, none of the other animals can have these ears other than the mouse. सिर्फ माउस के ही इतने छोटे ईयर्स हो सकते हैं, और देखो कलर भी मैच हो रहा है, छोटे छोटे, राइट. सो हमारे पास एलिफेंट के जो ईयर्स हैं वो एक्चुअली हैं माउस के, तो हम यहाँ पे माउस लिखेंगे. Let's move on to the next one. Deer. Deer can be spotted really easily. This is how a deer looks because of these kind of the things that he's having here. Okay, so the deer has ears in gray. Whose ears is he carrying? You all are right. See, we have two animals in gray, which is the elephant and the buffalo. We've never seen an elephant with such small ears again, so of course the ears are going to be of the buffalo. Also the color matches. So हम देख सकते हैं कि ये जो ears हैं ये buffalo के ही हैं, and that's how actually a buffalo looks. तो हमने यहाँ पे लिख देना है buffalo. Now let's concentrate on this tiny creature, which is mouse. Mouse zero. It's not the computer mouse that we're talking about. It's about this tiny creature we can see over here, which is there on this big rock, and he's doing something. He's busy with something, and he has some very different, totally different ears, which does not match his body at all. And the ears are a bit spotted, and the only spotted animal which we can see in the picture is the dog we were talking about, because the spots are of dark brown and light color, and so is the dog. So we can clearly figure out that next to the mouse we can write dog, because the dog is the mouse is having the dog's ears. So I'm going to write dog over here. There we go. Let's move on to the next one, that is rabbit. Rabbits are really cute. Have you ever seen them in your life? I have seen them, I mean, twice or thrice in my life, because I have seen them in cage and they were playing with each other. They were going in their holes and they were enjoying their day, and I find them really cute, and they are of different colors. You can find them in black, you can find them in white, even brown works, even gray works. So this is a white mouse that has yellow ears, which has no match at all. I mean, this is a white rabbit which has yellow ears, which has no match at all. And whose ears is this rabbit carrying? Can we see that the only yellow colored animal which we can see here is the tallest one, which is the giraffe, and the ears which he's carrying right now does not match his body at all. The only color which his body has is yellow, and the yellow ears are on the rabbit. That means the ears matches to this giraffe. So I'm going to write giraffe here next to the rabbit. So let's put giraffe here. Now last but not least, giraffe. He looks really odd with these large ears, and these are the largest ears I can see here in the picture, isn't it? And the most largest animal and most massive animal here that we have is elephant, which is carrying some very odd ears, and the color also matches to elephant's body, and that's how precisely the ears match to the body of the elephant. So we can clearly figure out that these ears are of the elephants. So if you can imagine, you can put these ears on the top, on the sides of the elephant, and you can clearly imagine a picture of elephant to be like what it actually is. So these are the ears of elephant. So the giraffe is carrying the ears of an elephant. तो हम यहाँ पे elephant लिख देते हैं. There we go. So we have completed this activity. Also, you can explore the ears of different animals. So if you come across any other animal except for these all, so you can explore the ears and you can write in your notebook that what kind of ears. You can explain in your notebook कि आपको किस टाइप के ears दिखे, उसके कौन से कलर के थे, उस पे spots थे कि नहीं, वो छोटे थे कि बड़े थे. तो all of this you can just write it in your notebook if you come across any other animal other than this. Now let's move on to the next activity that says, which animal have ears that you can see? Now this is a random question. That's what I was just asking you to do. अगर आप different animals imagine करो, देखो ears सबके होते हैं, but कहीं हम ears देख पाते हैं, कहीं ears हम नहीं देख पाते हैं. If we talk about human beings, we can clearly figure out where the ears are and do they have ears or not. Yes, we have 2 ears. And even if we imagine dog, which people usually carry as a pet, उसके भी हम देख सकते हैं ईयर्स हैं, सबके अलग से डिफ्रेंशिएट होते हैं। और काफ़ी एनिमल्स के, जैसे हमने देखा इन द पिक्चर इटसेल्फ, सब एनिमल्स के पास बड़े बड़े ईयर्स हैं जो कि ईजिली डिस्टिंग्विश हो सकते हैं, डिफ्रेंशिएट हो सकते हैं। नाउ कुछ एनिमल्स आप अगर देखो और अगर आप सोचो, उसके आपको ईयर्स नहीं दिखेंगे, बट स्टिल दे हैव द कैपेसिटी टू हियर, दैट मीन्स दे कैन हियर एंड दे हैव ईयर्स। बट कई एनिमल्स या बर्ड्स कह लो, कुछ भी कह लो, उसके ईयर्स नहीं दिखते हैं हमें, maybe due to their size or maybe due to their body structure or whatever the case is. So हमें यही एक्टिविटी अब करनी है। अब हमें ये एक्टिविटी करनी है कि हमें ये सारे, मैंने आपको एनिमल्स और बर्ड्स और रेप्टाइल्स, ये सारे मैंने इधर लिखे हुए हैं, इफ़ यू कैन सी दिस लिस्ट इन ऑरेंज। तो आपको इसमें से फिगर आउट करना है कि किसके ईयर्स यू कैन सी। वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाट एनिमल्स have ears, we are talking about what animals have ears that we can see. ठीक है, तो let's start with the deer, और जिसके भी होंगे हम उस पर टिक मार्क लगा देंगे, ठीक है, जिसके ईयर्स हम देख सकते हैं। सो क्या कोई आंसर करना चाहेगा कि आप किस किस के या डियर के ईयर्स देख सकते हो कि नहीं, जैसे हमने अभी करा है, बट जस्ट फॉर डूइंग इट, फॉर द सेक ऑफ डूइंग इट। सो वुड एनीबडी लाइक टू आंसर कि डियर के ईयर्स दिखते हैं कि नहीं। सो दैट्स रियली इजी, बिकॉज हमने अभी यही एक्टिविटी करी है कि डियर के ईयर्स होते हैं, और वो कुछ आपके इस टाइप के होते हैं जो कि इस टाइम पर फेलो ने रखे हुए हैं। तो सो दैट मीन्स डियर के ईयर्स हमें दिखते हैं, तो मैं इस पर लगाऊंगी एक टिक मार्क। सो ये रहा मेरा टिक मार्क, दैट मीन्स हमें इसके ईयर्स दिखते हैं। नाउ लेट अस कम ऑन टू द फ्रॉग। क्या हम इसके ईयर्स देख पाते हैं? आई डोंट थिंक। फ्रॉग छोटा होता है, तो आई डोंट थिंक हम इसके ईयर्स अच्छे से देख पाते हैं। फिश, फिश इज अगेन, आपने कभी एक्वेरियम, अगर इफ़ यू हैव एक्वेरियम्स एट योर होम एंड इफ यू नोटिस योर फिश इज देयर, you cannot see their ears, yet they have ears but you cannot see their ears. क्या किसी ने अपनी फिश के या कहीं भी फिश देखी हो उसके ईयर्स देखे हैं? सो फिश के ईयर्स नहीं होते हैं। Now let's come on to ant. फिश के ईयर्स हम नहीं देख पाते हैं, बट नाउ लेट्स कम ऑन टू ant. क्या कोई बता सकता है कि हमने एंट के ईयर्स कभी किसी ने देखे हैं? एंट के ईयर्स, बहुत छोटी हैं, हम एंट को ही नहीं देख पाते हैं, तो हम उसके ईयर्स कैसे देखेंगे? आई एम श्योर कि किसी ने उसके ईयर्स नहीं देखे हैं। सो एंट के हम नहीं देख सकते। नाउ लेट्स कम ऑन टू द क्रो। So क्रो भी एक बर्ड है, हम उसके ईयर्स कभी नहीं देख सकते। क्रो हमारे गैलरीज में यूजली आते हैं, बट वी कैन नॉट फिगर आउट देयर ईयर्स, तो इसके भी ईयर्स नहीं होते हैं। नाउ लेट्स कम ऑन टू टाइगर। टाइगर, उसके ईयर्स होते हैं या नहीं? क्या किसी ने टाइगर को देखा है कभी जू में या कभी किसी और जगह पे? हमने देखा है, see I've been to a zoo recently and I have seen a tiger there and I could clearly spot its ears, so we're going to put a tick mark over here. हम इसके ears देख सकते हैं. Now let's come on to this bird sparrow. So sparrows भी हमें दिखते रहते हैं, but again वो एक bird है, हम उसके ears distinguish नहीं कर सकते या उसके अलग से ears हमें नहीं दिखते हैं. So sparrow is not the correct thing. Now buffalo तो हमारे पास ये रही. अभी हमने डिस्कस करें कि इसके पास ईयर्स होते हैं, दो इसमें रॉन्ग लगे हुए हैं, बट इसके पास क्लियरली बड़े बड़े ईयर्स होते हैं, तो मैं यहाँ पे लगाऊंगी एक टिक मार्क. लेट्स कम ऑन टू स्नेक. वैसे स्नेक तो किसी ने नहीं देखा होगा, बिकॉज स्नेक ऑफ कोर्स इज अ डेडली थिंग एंड पीपल वुड प्रेफर नॉट टू सी और नॉट टू गेट एनकाउंटर्ड विद द स्नेक. बट इफ इन केस अ पर्सन हैज़ सीन a snake in his or her real life, so of course you cannot figure out where the ears of a snake are, because the snake is just a single body, a long body in the same color, and it's just a very flexible shiny body, and you can just figure out its eyes, those deadly eyes, but you cannot figure out where the ears of a snake are. So snake is not the correct option to take. And let's move on to lizard. Now lizard is a part of everybody's house. Do you agree or not? सबके घर में हमें lizard मिलती है, ट्यूबलाइट्स के पास और आपकी गैलरीज में होती है यूजुअली. सो आई होप सबने lizard देखी हो, बट ऑफ कोर्स कोई उसको इतने क्लोजली नहीं देखना चाहेगा और नहीं देखी होगी, बिकॉज lizard is just like you don't feel nice when you see a lizard. And I personally get scared when I see lizards, so I have not seen the lizard that closely, but I somewhat have this idea कि इसके भी ईयर्स नहीं होते, बिकॉज वो ऑलरेडी इतनी छोटी होती है, आप इसके कहाँ ईयर्स देखोगे. दूर से भी इफ़ यू सी द ईयर्स यू कैन नॉट फिगर आउट कि उसके ईयर्स कहाँ पे है. दैट मीन्स लिजर्ड इज ऑल्सो, आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स द करेक्ट चॉइस टू टिक. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू पिग. पिग किस किस ने देखा है अपनी लाइफ में, और इसका कलर क्या होता है? कैन एनीबडी आंसर मी दैट? So I think some pictures that we usually see, some cartoon pictures that we usually come across in Google or something like that, we find the pig in light pink or pink color. ऐसा दिखाया जाता है, but usually वो white color का भी होता है, मतलब वो light shades में भी होता है. So pig का हम देख सकते हैं कि उसकी हर जो features हैं वो clearly visible होते हैं. Like आप उसकी eyes देख सकते हो, आप उसका even mouth is of a really different sort, you can figure it out easily, and those ears as well. मैंने उसको अच्छे से तो नहीं देखा, but I'm sure कि उसके ears ऐसे कुछ लटके लटके टाइप्स होते हैं on both the sides of the pig's face. So of course जो हमारा pig है उसके भी ears we can figure out. So I am going to tick this. Duck. What do you think? Duck के भी आई डोंट थिंक कि क्लियरली विजिबल ईयर्स होते हैं, जैसे हमारे लोगों के तो दिखते हैं. डक के आई डोंट थिंक, हाँ होते हैं, सबके ईयर्स होते हैं, बट वो फेदर्स के वजह से वो हाइड हो जाते हैं, तो वी कैन नॉट फिगर आउट द ईयर्स ईजिली. आई एम गोइंग टू स्किप डक एंड मूव ऑन टू जिराफ. We've already done giraffe that had the ears of an elephant, but that is not the case in reality. The giraffe has its own yellow ears, which this rabbit is carrying. This is how the ears look. And yes, giraffe does have ears, and they are clearly seen. So I would like to tick it. And again, we have elephant out there, which looks really funny right now because the elephant is carrying the ears of a mouse. But he looks cute, don't you think? If the elephants were seen in such a way, actually, we would have find them cute, I'm really sure. So elephants do have ears. They have largest ears possible, so we can clearly figure them out. So I'm going to tick it. And then we have a cat. Cat is usually, people do keep them as a pet. So they have ears. They do respond to what you say. They do respond when you call them. They do respond when you call them for food. They do respond when you do meow and when you make sounds. So they, just give you a look. So that means cat have ears, of course, and they are visible too. So here we go. So this was the thing about the ears of different animals. क्या कोई और बता सकता है एनिमल्स जो किसी ने कभी देखा हो और इसके ईयर्स भी दिख रहे हों, या कोई ऐसी चीज़ जिसके आप देखना चाह रहे हो ईयर्स बट वो आपको दिखे नहीं? So think for a minute and then share. So this is going to be your homework. आप इसको सोच कर आना कि कौन से animals हैं, and you can put them in your notebook. You can note them in your notebook. और आप उस एनिमल का नाम फिगर आउट करना और उसके बताना ईयर्स कैसे थे. आप ईयर्स को डिस्क्राइब भी कर सकते हो, एंड वेदर वी कुड सी देम और नॉट, ये भी आप लिख सकते हो. सो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पेज. Okay, we have some nice birds over here. So let's have a look at all the birds separately and properly. There are different colored birds. Some like one of them is in orange, one of them is in black, and one in green. One is a mixture of 2-3 colors, and one is in light yellow, one is in gray black combination. Can you name these birds? Is there anybody who knows the name of all these birds? So, ये आपका होमवर्क रहेगा कि आप इनके नाम ढूंढ कर लाओ. एक मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. दिस इज़ अ वेरी कॉमन बर्ड. दिस इज़ पैरट. ठीक है, तो पैरट तो हमें दिखते रहते हैं अपने ट्रीज़ वगैरह पे. So your homework for today or your activity for today would be that you find their names and you can write them in a notebook. अब आते हैं इनके years. Can you see the years of all these birds? Who is going to tell me that किस किस के ईयर्स आप देख सकते हो? मुझे तो आई डोंट थिंक किसी के ईयर्स दिख रहे हैं. आपको दिख रहे हैं? नहीं ना. या आप कोई ऐसा बर्ड मुझे बता सकते हो? थिंक फॉर अ वाइल एंड टेल मी कि किसके ईयर्स, ऐसा आपने बर्ड देखे जिसके ईयर्स आपको क्लियरली विजिबल हो कि ये रहे इसके 2 कान. तो ऐसा कौन सा आपने बर्ड देखा है? सो हम इनके ईयर्स नहीं देख सकते. इनफैक्ट जो बर्ड्स होते हैं हम उनके हार्डली हम उनके ईयर्स नहीं देख सकते. बहुत ही ज़्यादा मतलब उनके होंगे, बट ड्यू टू देयर स्किन एंड उनका जो टेक्सचर ऑफ द बॉडी है, उनके फेदर्स हैं, इसकी वजह से जो है ईयर्स छुप जाते हैं. सो इफ़ यू हैव अ लुक एट द पिक्चर क्लोजली, आप किसी के भी ईयर्स नहीं देख सकते. क्या किसी के ईयर्स स्पेशली मेड हैं? जैसे एलिफेंट के थे बड़े बड़े के, जैसे जिराफ के थे, तो वो नहीं है. सो बर्ड्स डू लिसन, और वो एक दूसरे की वॉइस भी सुनते हैं. दे रिस्पॉन्ड. इफ़ यू हैव नोटिस्ड, दे मूव इन ग्रुप्स, दे नो ऑल द डायरेक्शंस, दे अंडरस्टैंड देयर लैंग्वेज. एंड हेन डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज होती है. क्रो की डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज होती है. कैन एनीबडी मेक आउट द साउंड्स ऑफ क्रो? क्रो कैसे बोलता है? Yes, so I know and I believe that most of you are pronouncing or you are speaking the correct sound of a crow. So, this is the interesting fact that all of them can hear but they do not have ears to be seen. Okay, so this is the thing. Let's move on to the next page. ओके अब हमने एनिमल्स को स्टडी करा बेसिस ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ईयर्स कि उनके ईयर्स कैसे हैं, किस किस के पास किस किस के ईयर्स आ गए हैं, किस किस के कौन से कलर के हैं और वो मैच कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, सबके कैसे होने चाहिए, किसी के छोटे हैं, किसी के दिखते ही नहीं और किसी के बड़े बड़े दिखते हैं ईयर्स. सो हमें अब रिकॉग्नाइज करना है एनिमल्स को बाय देयर स्किन. सो आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव सीन वैरायटी ऑफ एनिमल्स विद डिफरेंट स्किन ऑन देम. You know, you have variety of animals which can be distinguished properly because of their skin. We cannot see every animal in the same color, in the same type of skin, in the same texture. No, every animal has its own uniqueness because of their skin. Okay, so अब हमें basically match करनी है. There is a little activity here that we again are going to do. सो हमारे पास ये स्किन्स हैं, ठीक है, और हमें इनको मैच करना है इनके ओरिजिनल शेप से. तो पहले तो हम देख लेते हैं शेप्स कैसी कैसी हैं. क्या कोई बता सकता है कि ये शेप कैसी कैसी हैं, किस किस की शेप्स दी हुई हैं इधर. So this is clearly distinguishable. This is a deer क्योंकि हमने इसको अभी जस्ट पढ़ा है, इसके ऐसे ऐसे करके सीन थे तो हमने इसको जो स्टडी करा है. This looks like what? ये कौन सा एनिमल हो सकता है? ये चलो हम ये एक्टिविटी करते हैं कि हम इसकी स्किन से देखते हैं कि कौन सी स्किन इस पर सूट कर सकती है. ऐसा कौन सा एनिमल है जो इतना ऐसा ऐसा दिखता है, उसकी 4 लेग्स हैं और उसकी इतनी सी आपकी टाइनी सी टेल है, थोड़े से हेयर हैं. ऐसा कौन सा एनिमल हो सकता है? एंड देन वी नीड टू फिगर दिस आउट. ये एक स्क्विरल जैसी लग रही है और ये स्क्विरल है बिकॉज ऐसी छोटी छोटी हमें देखी हैं सड़क पे घूमती हुई. सो दिस इज़ अ स्क्विरल. एंड देन दिस इज़ रियली फेमिलियर. ये तो दिस इज़ लाइक very scary, but we have seen them in movies, we have seen them everywhere in our the TV shows and everything. And if one of you have been to a zoo or to some desert safari, you can clearly figure it out that what animal is this. अब आते हैं इनकी स्किन पे. देखिए कितनी ज़्यादा वैरायटी है इनकी स्किन पे. हर एक की स्किन डिफरेंट है. वी कैनॉट से दैट दो स्किन्स जो हैं ये मैच कर रही हैं. सो वी कैनॉट से दैट. ओके, सो अब सबसे पहले आते हैं हम ये स्किन पे. ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिफरेंट स्किन है और ये सिर्फ एक एनिमल की हो सकती है विच इज़ ज़ेब्रा. ओके, सो हम देखते हैं कि ब्लैक एंड वाइट लाइन सिर्फ उस पर होती हैं. सो दिस इज़ ऑफ ज़ेब्रा. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू दिस स्किन. ये किसकी स्किन है? क्या कोई मुझे बताएगा? Yes, ये है आपकी टाइगर की स्किन. दिस इज ऑलवेज स्किन ऑफ टाइगर. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू दिस वन. Who is going to tell me this? So this is the skin of a lion. So we always find lions in this skin. Brown, black stripes, so you can say lions. And this tiny tail and such a body is of just one um, animal, which you can call. So who is going to guess that? So this is the skin of a squirrel. उसकी tail ऐसी ही होती है और उसकी body ऐसी ही होती है. Now let's move on to this one. ये किसका है? So such a spotted body is, of course, as we just have done it before. तो ये होती है deer की. Okay. So I'm just going to match the circles with the correct body shape. So मैं उसके लिए एक पेन ले लेती हूँ. ये आपका हो गया deer. ये आपका हो गया squirrel. ये आपका हो गया lion. ये आपका हो गया tiger. ये आपका हो गया zebra. So let's move on to another fact, which is animals which can give birth to babies. Have you ever seen cubs of cows and different babies of different animals? We have puppies for dogs, and we have little tiny ducklings of the mother duck. So you can see different babies of different animals. But the question one here says, which of the animals give birth to babies? ऐसे कौन से animals हैं जो birth देते हैं babies? If we talk about, let us talk about few animals. Let us talk about dogs. Yes, they do give birth to babies, because you can find those cute puppies, and some people keep them as a pet as well, those cute puppies. And so you usually find them on roads and everywhere. So dog is one of the examples who give birth to babies. And the next, if we think about, is a kangaroo. Or okay, so it also gives birth to babies, because you can find the baby of that animal inside him in its pocket. So that's a really amazing thing. That's a creation of God, such different things that the animals have. Then if we talk about, let's say, cats, you can see those cute kittens out there on roads or as a pet in somebody's house. So I have a friend that has a kitten as a pet, and she looks really cute. That means she has been given birth by a mother cat. That means a cat. So cat is also an animal that can give birth. Okay. Not a thing like the animals which I'm talking about, the dog, the cat, and 2-3 more. If you notice them, do they have hair on skin? Do you feel some flurriness or some fluffiness when you touch them? Dogs are really cute to touch. You get a good feel by touching them, because they're really soft, and the softness happens because of their hair. And so is the case with the cat. If you touch the cat, she is boneless, she is really soft, she has hair on her body. That means cat and dogs that are giving, that have visible ears and have clear hair on the body and clear ears, they have babies. So one observation which we can make out from here is this one. So if we concentrate here, I'm circling the observation where it has been written note. Okay, just a second. I am just going to quickly erase it. Alright, I'm going to highlight it just. So the note which has been written over here says, those animals whose ears you can see have hair on their body. So you can just have hair. You can just always take the example of a dog. You can clearly see the ears on a dog, and also that means he's going to have hair on the body. And yes, they do have hair. When you touch them, you can feel hair, and even some of the hair stick to your body. This happens with people who have pets, who have dogs as pets. So their hair gets sticking to their body, usually to their clothes, to their sofas, and everywhere. That means they have clear ears. That means they have clear hair as well on the body, and these animals can give birth to the young ones. So these are the two conditions. If one animal has both of these conditions, that means they can clearly give birth to the younger ones. So if we have a look at the cat, again, cat is really soft. She has so many hair grown on her body. You can just find hair everywhere on her body. And also you can clearly figure out the ears on her body. That means if she has ears, she must be having hair, which she does have hair. And then ये सारे जो हैं ये kittens, cats भी kittens देती हैं. So this is a very important note which you need to keep in mind. और आप कोई ऐसा एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हो एनिमल का जो बर्थ देता हो यंगर वंस को. लेट्स थिंक ऑफ एन एनिमल. So again, I have one. That is a cow. Cow can also be seen in some backward areas and also in some developed areas as well. Few temples have cows with it. So when you touch the cow, I have touched the cow many times and I can completely feel hairy. I can touch the hair. I know that the cow is really hairy. All the cows have hairs on it, and also some clear ears they have, and thus they can give birth to babies, and they do give birth to the younger ones. Okay, so you can think of more animals, and this is going to be your homework, and you can figure out what animals do give birth, what do not, who have ears clearly visible, and who have hair on the body, and who does not have. So with this, we are done with today's session. And we're going to continue with the next few questions which are left in the next session. So have a good day, everybody. Bye.